Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my video, and and now I'm explain to you about matter transmission function. Let's start. Transmission function number one, continuity power. Our engine speed from the cloth to the propeller shaft. 2. Change the movement produced by the engine according to the needs, our engine load and the road conditions. 3. Allow vessel to be able to walk backwards. Our reserves on vessels more to than wheels. Manual transmission component. 1. Input shaft. Our transmission input shaft. This component is a shaft that works with a cloth to rotate the gear in the gearbox. 2. Transmission gear. Our gear transmission. This component serves to turn the output of the torque force leaving the transmission. Adjusting teeth. Number 3. Adjusting teeth. Science console. This component serves to move the teeth when the car engine is working. 4. Shift forward. This rod shape component function to move the gear on its shaft so that the teeth will be easy to install or move. Connecting lever. Our shift circle is a rod or lever that connects between the gear lever and shift forward. Gear shift lever. A lever that works to allow the vehicle driver to move the transmission gear based on driving conditions. 7. Transmission case or case used as the transmission bearing holder and axle. In addition, the transmission tube is also used for transmission oil storage containers. Output shaft. Our output shaft, a component in the form a shaft that can transfer torque from the transmission system to the last gear and 9 bearing. Solve to reduce a friction that occurs between each surface of the component that rotates a transmission system. 10. Body actions. Our action housing. This component protects the output shaft inside the transmission system and can withstand the rear oil seal. And addition, this component also function to support the output shaft and 11 counter gear used to produce torque from the input gear towards the speed gear and 12 speedometer gear. This component is a cable drive that can measure the RPM of a car being driven. Construction. The main component of the spark plug are the isolator casing and middle electrode. 1. Ceramic isolator. 2. Function. Ceramic isolator function to hold the middle electrode and is useful as an isolator between the middle electrode and the casing. Web made on the surface of ceramic isolator are useful extending the surface distance between the terminal and the casing to prevent the currents of high voltage spark. Isolators are made of pure aluminum porcelain which has excellent heat resistance, mechanical strength, electric strength, a high temperature and thermal conductivity. 2. Casing. Casing serve to support ceramic isolators as well as plug on the engine. 3. Middle electrode. Middle consists of components. 1. Central axis or center shaft. Flow current and radiates heat generated by the electrode. 2. Seal glass. Our glass makes density our close-up to avoid oil linkage between center shaft and ceramic insulator and between the center shaft and the middle electrode. The next, resistor. Reduction ignition to reduce radio frequency interference. Copper core. Our copper propagates heat from the electrode and the tape of the isolator for rapid radiation our coldness. And next, middle electrode generates jump of spark into the period hour most of time. 4. The mass electrode period mass is made the same as the middle electrode. U groove, V groove, and other special form of electrodes are made with the aim of facilitating fire jump to increase ignition ability. To head fail. What is meant by the head range of spark plug is the ability to radiate a certain amount of heat by spark plug. The spark plug that radiate heat are more commonly called cold plug because the spark plug will remain cool, while the spark plug that radiate heat are called hot plug because the plug retain heat. The lowest operational limit of the spark plug is self-temperature. In this condition, the spark plug will be cleaned by itself, while highest limit is pre-ignition temperature. Our pre-ignition can occur Spark plugs will have maximum couplability if the middle electrode has a temperature between 515 415 self-cleaning temperature. When the middle electrode temperature is less than 415, carbon will be formed due to complete combustion that attaches to the porcelain insulation surface, which will ultimately reduce insulation between the insulator and casing, our spark plug housing. As a result, the high voltage given to the electrode will go directly to the casing our period without the occurrence of fire in the spark plug gap, and is called misfiring. Thank you.